Second of all, I'm dusty. I almost said because I'm not dusty. But if I appear dusty, it's because I don't like barbershops. I'm not a fan of barbershops. I really never went to barbershops. When I was younger, my aunt cut my hair. My aunt cut my hair up until like middle school. And every now and then I go to the barbershop, but I'm like I say, I'm from the city. I'm from the country. So let's go back to what's his name, Uncle Fred. To answer your question, I'm from the country. First, I was born go back to Gene Isis, man. Go to episode 1. I'm originally from the inner city, projects, adopted by my grandparents at 2, but I was with them from birth. Okay. My grandparents lived in the country until I was in the end of kindergarten. Then we moved back to the city. I can't remember why, but they built a house closer to the city. I could see the downtown from my house. So my aware years, I'm from the city. So sometimes they would take me to the barbershop in the hood, black barbershop. And, I just never had a barber, right? So 6th grade, I started growing my hair out. I grew braids. I had braids all the way up until 9th grade, I think. And I cut my hair. And I started cutting my own hair. And then I would grow dreads and I cut them, grow dreads, cut them. But all in this time, I'm doing my own. I'm doing my own lineups. And every now and then I'll go to a barbershop. Now, even before then, I went to this is a whole nother story. I should put it in my notes. All right, so let's do that now. Put it in the notes. Barber school. I went to barber school. We'll talk about that on the next episode. But I would go to the barber shop and I just couldn't never find a barber home. Like I'll say, all right, I'm about to start going to the barber shop, man. I got some money. I'm gonna start going to the barber shop, And I would get there and first off, I'm new. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, here we go. Who you? What's up? Who you? Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, you don't even know I live here. So go to the barbershop and, it's just like, it's like joining a frat. Like if you ain't been going to the barbershop, every day, your first time going to a barbershop, it's like, I can imagine how like when you move somewhere and you go to a barbershop for the first time, you ain't like, you gonna be uncomfortable. That's how I am every time I go to the barbershop. Every time I go to the barbershop, I'm uncomfortable because I'm like, man, I don't know none of these niggas. They making jokes. It's inside jokes. Man, I went to the barbershop down the street, man. Oh my God, this shit's so cringy, bro. It's so cringy, man. I hope they ain't watching this shit. They'll never see this. But I went to this barbershop, man, and it's so cringy to even think about it. Get my hair cut. It's a decent, the barbershop's in the mall. And get my hair cut. And they got this fucking handshake that everybody was coming in there doing. I can't remember how it was. It was like, it wasn't no crazy handshake, but it was like a quick something easy that everybody you could see it one time and then do it. It was kind of like the Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff handshake when they be like, it was something like that. But I'm like, oh man, they got a handshake. So I'm used to just dapping niggas up when I leave, so I shake the hand and I'm like feeling awkward, right? But And then I remember like the second time I went, the second time I went, I did the handshake and he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah. But I don't think I ever went back after that. But I just don't like barbershops because, like, how can you like a barbershop? How can you like a bunch of niggas sitting around talking about sports and shit? Like, if I was gonna go to a barbershop, you know, kind of barbershop, it's something I'm really starting to learn about myself, man. I like girls. I like girls, man. I don't like dudes. Even with this whole sports card collecting venture, we're gonna get into that too. I'm noticing that I don't like, I mean, I like sports card, but I like sports, but I don't like looking at pictures of dudes. You know what I'm saying? Or seeing them on, I don't like dudes, man. It's like, I'll be like, man, maybe, am I like, is that like a sexual,
pause,
a sexual like thing where I'm like, I'm not comfortable with my sexuality? I'm like, nah, that's not it, man. Cause I'll say like, I think any dude that try to say, this is slippery slope right here. Any dude that try to say like he ain't never like questioned his sexuality, like been like, all right, you ever did this as a dude? Been like, all right, let me see if I'm gay. And then you like picture yourself doing some gay shit, you be like, nah. I think, I don't think that's what it is, man. I think it's just like, I just don't like niggas, man. Like I would much rather hang around dudes. I'd much rather have the, like, what's that? Is it sports clips? Like if I was single, I'd probably be the type. Yeah, I would definitely, if I was single, I'd definitely do sports clips where the girls is cutting your hair. Like that's the kind of environment like I like to be there. But I wouldn't be like the creepy dude. I just would rather be in the presence of bitches, bro. And niggas, like what? I don't want to look at dudes, man. Yeah, I mean, maybe the conversation is fun, but once you get to know everybody, yeah. But like starting at a new barbershop, I ain't trying. So I just come on here, and I don't even do that often. I don't care. Fuck me. I'm paid. I'm married. My wife looks amazing. What do I need to really? I mean, I guess look good for y'all. Yeah, I got my dress done. That all right? I guess I could line myself up. I could do something with my beard, but I'm sexy as fuck, man. I don't need to do nothing. I'm chilling. I'm good.